Right outside of Moscow, Snezhkom is a Skato-built all-season option if you want to hone your ski or snowboard skills before the trip down to Sochi.
It may be a beginner hill, but the show-offs were still making me nervous about my first ever snowboard attempts. Skato's lift solution for the concave curved enclosed complex was impressive, but already the least of my worries, as Natasha tried to get me started down the slope. Sliding cautiously, I wasn't the fastest learner, and despite helpful coaching, I was starting to wish for more familiar skis, since I seemed to be spending the lion's share of my time on my backside.
Whoa! Alright, fortunately a spill like that doesn't hurt so bad thanks to the snow that they've got here in bunches, but if I'm going to go on a real mountain, I clearly need to figure out how to train myself a little bit better than this.
Luckily, I didn't have to look too far. In the same Snezhkom complex, Russian inventors Mikhail Manuilov and Yuri Mashinin have set up a training center using their one-of-a-kind SkyTec Interactive carving simulators. In a market full of gym equipment for advanced athletes on one end and video games for casual consumers on the other, the tandem found a useful niche and filled it by combining and improving the two. The result is an incredibly realistic training and exercise experience. The physical interaction mirrored the slope a short while earlier, only now with a more impressive landscape and gates for targets. As Yuri coached me on, the elusive key here was finding and properly controlling my balance over the board. Obviously, my form leaves much to be desired, so let's break down how a properly trained athlete would look on SkyTec's simulator. Pushing off of one edge, the skier or snowboarder has to transfer their weight fluidly from side to side, while maintaining a forward center of balance, just as they would crossing and then turning on a real slope. Here the contours of that slope are imitated by electric motors. The skier board frame rests on rails and is pulled by steel ropes connected to the motors and reduction gears. Optoelectronic sensors detect both the edge angle and position of the rider, relaying this information through the computer to the motors to simulate a turn and to the software to reproduce realistic motion on the screen.
The steel is made in Russia. The software and powertrain have been developed in cooperation with our international partners. The first prototype took a year to make and test. Currently, we need 3 months to put together a simulator from scratch. If you place an order for a model, and we already have the spare parts for it, we are ready to supply the final product within a month.
Back on my simulated board, I was starting to get the hang of it, and a serious workout in the process. Before long, Mikhail was able to personalize the experience and crank up the difficulty, increasing my speed, altering the course, and penalizing me for missed gates, as Yuri corrected my form and even cheered me on.
The technology gives us the ability to control the characteristics of the slope on the go. The software allows the instructor to change the position of the gates as needed. These features make the training incredibly efficient.
Meaning you could change anything we see? How about adding an RT logo?
Absolutely. You can add any objects to our virtual slope. Here's the part of the code for the banners where we can place your logo. The banner will show the name of your channel, RT. So now we take the banner up onto the billboard, right? Now it's ready and off we go.
A familiar banner was a nice bonus, but still more encouraging was the increasing speed, the sound of hitting the gates, and the feeling that SkyTec was making a boarder out of me.
The simulated workout you just had was in the traditional 2D format. I think you'd agree it was very realistic, but recently we have been testing our system in 3D. We can try it out right now with the help of these stereo glasses.
Oh man, it's the real thing. After this, I can't wait to hit the mountains.